Hey everybody, it's George Fotion, Call Realty Best Palos Verdes Homes, and it is time for the April 2023 real estate market report. And what you'll want to do is go to palosverdeshomesbest.com/blog. You're going to want to look for this article right here with this graphic. Depending on when you access this website, it may be the first one available. It may be a couple of blog posts away. But excuse me, you should check into this at least once a month because I update it once a month and you get the most recent data. Look, everything changes all the time. I mean, isn't that the old joke? The only thing constant in the world is change. Well, certainly real estate is not immune from that. Let's look at a couple of, let's go to the table first. Really interesting stuff that's going on. What I do every month is I look at the number of new listings that come out and the number of pending sales. For me, that is a measure of supply and demand. Supply being the volume of new listings, demand being the volume of pending sales, properties that go into escrow. And I then do some calculations and create my own proprietary information. My charts go back to 1991, so I've got a lot of data from which I can draw reasonable conclusions on what will happen in the market next. But one thing that I think is really interesting, let's take Palos Verdes Estates as an example. The amount of new listings coming on the market when we compare the same 6-month period of time is down 40%. Pending sales are down too, so supply is down a whole bunch. That might be great on the surface for if you're a seller, right? You have less competition. Less competition usually is a good thing for someone who's selling something. But pending sales, a function of demand, that was down even more. And that caused an increase in the number of days of unsold inventory. What is the same kind of thing for the Palos Verdes Peninsula as a whole? Well, actually, it looked a little bit better. Supplies down almost 37%, and pending sales down too. But you know, the number of days of unsold inventory went up for the peninsula too, but not as much as for Palos Verdes Estates. Same thing for the South Bay. Supplies down, but pending sales down even more. Demand down more than supply has been down. For Rancho Palos Verdes, well, there's a little glimmer of positive news. Supplies were down 44%. Demand was down, but not as much. So in actuality, the number of days of unsold inventory actually improved. There were fewer days. Rolling Hills, oof. Well, Rolling Hills Estates, oh boy. Supply's not down that much, demand down a whole bunch. That'll be interesting to explore. And the same thing for the city of Rolling Hills behind the gate. Supplies down a little, demand in terms of pending sales down a bunch. The number of days of unsold inventory went up 143%. Look, I know this stuff gets kind of wonky, so I put together these graphics to help you. Um, and you can just scroll through them and just click on the charts to get to pull up the chart that you want, and there you have it. So what will happen next? Well, I think there is a little bit of pressure on pricing. Yes, the market is still pretty resilient compared to, for example, 2008. But prices, if I compare the same period of time, month to month, since fall of last year, actually prices have been coming down. So that'll probably continue for a little bit, I think. If you're selling property, you've got to price it right. And if you're buying, same advice, you got to buy right. So let's talk about that some more. I've got some other proprietary charts that I'm not putting available for the public. Only my clients get them. But they will really help you whether you're buying or selling. And if you're selling, pegging the right price. And if you're buying, you don't want to lose money. You don't want to lose money as a seller either. And you can lose a ton of money by overpricing your home. All right, that's it. This video here will be updated by the one I'm doing right now. And I do thank you for your time. That's it for now. George Fotion, CalDRE Realty, Best Palos Verdes Homes, signing off for this month.